other people's experience does not always match your reality. Are you researching or are you actually procrastinating? You probably don't want to be called out, but I had to do it. I just had to do it because I see it a lot. And I'm all for learning about, what your next steps are, looking at all the options. But there comes a point where you have to just decide. And so we're going to talk about that today. But before we get into it, I make these videos and I write on Substack for women who are ready to make a big life change, but maybe fear is getting in the way. Maybe you think you're not ready to start over, even though in your heart you know you need to. So if that's you, I want you to come on this walk with me today. So my very best friend, she just got her pilot's license. And so we're texting back and forth. She's in Arizona right now. And we're talking about how she will make a decision to do something, but it'll take her a very long time to decide. And me, on the other hand, once I have it in my mind I want to do something, I'm already got the ball rolling. I packed my bag, I put, wrote the 2 weeks notice, all that. When I make a decision, I decide and it's done. But she likes to take more time. And, so we were joking about that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm more like, wee. And I didn't jump off the building, whereas she's very thoughtful. I'll put it that way. But I know that sometimes we say that we're researching, but it's because really you're searching for a sense of safety in your decision, which obviously makes sense. But sometimes it's a form of procrastination. You're thinking that you need more information in order to make a decision. You need to know every single option. You need to weigh every single pro and con. And I'm not saying that anyone should make decisions haphazardly. I don't believe in that. I don't do that either. But, we all have to, of course, take our time and do what's best for ourselves, but just understand why you're going about it the way you are. Sometimes there really is an underlying fear. Maybe there is something that, you are thinking, okay, a worst case scenario may happen, but if you want to stop and think about it, are you going to die? A lot of times it's actually not a life or death decision that we're making. It could be a big change, and yes, maybe it is scary, but you have to wonder what's holding you back from actually making the change. And so in my best friend's case, it's not that she's taking a long time to decide, but she wants to feel safe in the decision. She wants to make sure it's a logical decision, financially sound decision, all great reasons to take your time. Also though, sometimes I think we don't know if something is the right path for us until we start doing it. That's just me. But we all operate differently and we all have our own ways of viewing our decision-making process. And so for me, I know certain things, yes, I can do all the research in the world, but until I start taking those steps toward actually making it happen, I don't really know. And so my life has been a lot more of a zig and a zag than my best friend. But she does what she needs to do for her, and I do what I need to do for me. Of course, that's how we all should live our lives. And in these videos, of course, I'm only sharing perspectives. I'm sharing what has worked for me. I'm sharing insight that I've gotten from friends, old clients, and all of that. Everything here is for you to make a decision. The only thing that I intend with these videos is for you to maybe understand your intention and get past the fear of making a mistake, because I really do not believe in mistakes. Unless it's something that is truly life or death, in most cases, if you make a mistake or you make a decision and you later on decide that, maybe that wasn't the best thing for me, more than likely you can go back to whatever you were doing before. So in the instance of, let's say I moved to Thailand, which I did, and I say, I don't really like it here. I don't think this is the place for me. I probably would not have known that if I wasn't actually here, right? I could do all the research online. I can look at other people's YouTube videos to see their experience. I can research everything I want to research. But until I am here, I won't know if this is the place for me. You know, other people's experience does not always match your reality. So sometimes you have to just try things, treat life as an experiment, and see what happens. In the case of a job, though, maybe sometimes you quit a job because you say, I think there's something better out there for me. And then you get into the new job and you realize, hey, I actually hate this one too. This one is also not for me. It's not always the case that you can go back to your same exact job, but maybe you can try another company and you use the experiences from the previous jobs to go and make more money. Let me get off this main loud street. So I just like to view life as an experiment. I don't think anything is a mistake because, one, you always get wisdom from it. You're never starting from scratch again because now you have that past experience, and experience is wisdom. So I want you to consider today, what's something that you've been researching, but you're really researching in the name of, procrastination and fear. And I get it. As humans, we all have needs, and one of those needs is safety. But is the decision that you're making, is it something that is going to harm you in some way, or is it a life experience that will enhance your life in some way? Will it maybe add to your life story and make it more interesting? These are just things to consider. So we're going to leave it at that and just take a look at what you're procrastinating on. Bye.